show on the road. We got a lot to talk about.
Warning! Here is your disclaimer. Your one and only disclaimer, if not in the description. This show will contain language, possible use of penis jokes,
Suck a dick, suck
Yes, and lots of uses of the word and lots of creative uses of the word fuck. You have been warned.
and unbridled truth about wrestling. If you're a pussy boy that needs it all shiny and rainbows, this isn't the show for you. If you can't handle the mature language, this isn't the show for you. Click out about now, because after this point, for the next 30 minutes or so, it's all hands on deck. You have been warned. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second edition of Equestrian Rumble. Yes, we made another one. God help the planet. I am Nirvana Sparkle alongside my two cohorts that need to be in Dean Ambrose's insane asylum.
I'm already drinking a milkshake.
I'm the principal there.
I am Dr. Drinking a Milkshake Spartan.
And
I am Dragonheart, the Rainbow Defender, the slightly insane but Rainbow Defender.
They call me Milkshakes Mackenzie.
Since the last Equestrian Rumble, well, the year ended. So this is technically the first Equestrian Rumble of the year Y216. And there is a clue there as to one of the many things we'll discuss. And the thing that we're going to immediately discuss is tonight. Monday Night Raw just ended, ladies and gentlemen, with a big bombshell at the Royal Rumble 2016, sponsored by Chex Mix. And yes, it is sponsored by Chex Mix. Roman Reigns.
And let me add in that is weird.
Roman Reigns will be defending the WWE Championship in the Royal Rumble match itself
against 29 other superstars on the likes of John Cena, Dean Ambrose, the whole Wyatt family.
This has not happened since 1991, when the title was vacant at the time, and then a much younger version of Ric Flair won his one and only WWE Championship.
But even then, he didn't do this. He didn't defend it against 29 other superstars. He won it. He took it off somebody, which is still great, but he never defended it against 29 other superstars. Roman Reigns would be the first in history to do this if he accomplishes it.
Yes, and it would make him a 2-time in a row Royal Rumble winner. So obviously, Arbiter, you were still a sperm in your father's penis.
Nope, I hadn't even been created there yet.
When it happened the first time. But how do you feel going into the second time?
There's a word. It's called hype, but you don't ever spell it correctly. Okay, it's illegal to spell it correctly. You have to spell it one of two ways. It either has to be HOIPE or HPYE. Okay, that is what I am now. Bye. Actually, I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here.
Well, look, the Royal Rumble last...
I'm always here, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, the Royal Rumble last year, as a testament to my results show, if you go that far back in the Code Equestria archives, was a goddamn living disaster. This one will not be. Because just on the Rumble match alone, you got me interested. If Brock Lesnar is in it, which Super Saiyan Broly will be in New Orleans next week for Monday Night Raw. Possibly.
Fucking Broly looking motherfucker.
And there may be suplexes. There may be suplexes.
I guarantee there will be plenty of suplexes. But that's notwithstanding the match itself. Roman Reigns, I guess, successfully defending the championship against the ultimate bullshit detector, Vince McMahon, and every other crooked idea he could ever devise.
But Lionel, in all your 25 years of wrestling knowledge, would you honestly expect anything less from Vince?
No.
Of course not.
No. This is dirty-handed
I'm a
talk.
new fan, ladies and gentlemen. Only been here for a few months, and I can detect bullshit coming
You've
from
been
Vince
here for
McMahon.
over a year now, David.
Yeah.
Well, over a year, but still, I can detect bullshit from Vince McMahon.
My bullshit detector goes off the second that I smell his name, but you know.
Yeah.
The second I
Yes.
smell his name, what the fuck am I?
Smell his name? How do you smell words? How do you smell words? Are you
With a-
like some mutated version of The Rock?
You just listen, you just go. You just listen to Feel Good Hit of the Summer a few times, it'll give you a contact high.
You smell what The Rock is cooking, people, but Tyler smells words.
If you smell words.
Well, that wasn't the only big thing of tonight. You see,
Lionel, don't talk about my boner in public, please.
well,
I don't even know how you saw it, man. We're on opposite sides of the country, and I don't even have
that's
the
my
camera
penis.
on. I don't even have the camera on. Like,
No, that
come
is
on.
my
And
penis,
how
sir.
did you know? Actually, I did mention it
uh,
earlier, but we're not going to talk about that in public. Why I mentioned it. It's a long story involving a stupid joke I made, actually. It's nothing serious, but I don't feel like explaining the joke.
but you see, the worst bane of my existence, the New Day, was cutting a promo as usual. When suddenly, my hero of heroes, my wrestler of wrestlers, all of a sudden, like he usually does, surprises the fuck out of the planet Earth to return.
And
Who
he's
am
back, baby!
Who am I talking about? The Ayatollah of rock and roll, the only man brave enough to wear Christmas lights on a leather jacket.
Don't challenge me.
The first undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Champion in history.
Yes, and former 9-time
Former
Intercontinental
9-time WWE
Champion.
World Heavyweight Champion. Former 11-time Intercontinental Champion.
Yes. And who am I talking about? But of course, my personal hero, Chris Jericho. Now, of course, we just lost Tyler in the call, but let me just say this. Chris Jericho's my favorite wrestler. I've said it on a multitude of occasions to these two young gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the big thing is, you never know when Chris Jericho will make a return to this business. I mean, ever.
Yeah, and he's actually gotten some ladies and gentlemen, he has gotten some flack from maybe some of you, who is listening to this right now, have probably given him some flack for being a part-timer and not really doing anything.
Now, understand the man's won the world title.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I forgot to exit my. If I'm not using the call recorder and I leave it open, it ends up crashing Skype eventually, and I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So I just had
Right.
to let
So,
Skype crash.
welcome back, but
Just here's a tip: just don't do anything until the call's over.
It's okay. It's okay, guys. My boner didn't penetrate my cables this time.
Liar.
Do you want me to turn the camera on just to show you the cables? Because that'll be very complicated, because I would have to go all the way downstairs for that.
yeah, but
You wouldn't do it, even if you wanted to. It's too complicated.
You're right.
Chris Jericho, of course, cut a promo on the New Day. And
RootyTootyBooty, RootyTootyBooty,
And the
RootyTootyBooty.
fucking crowd actually started chanting it about halfway through the match.
I was chanting it too. I fucking thought it was hilarious.
And even even Bubba Ray Dudley got in on the RootyTootyBooty.
Yeah, and then he started doing it. I lost my shit.
It
I
was
lost
great.
my shit.
That was the best day of my life. Well, not really, but
But
Oh, that wasn't the best day of my life. It was one of the best days of my life.
of course, the New Day winning as they typically do, using their free bird advantage, their 3-on-2.
Well,
To
3-on-3, Callisto was taken out of the match.
To beat, Callisto and the Dudleys. And the Usos had a match as well against the League of Nations. Now, the big thing also is Ryback and Big Show at a match, which will make Luna's job easy because any match with the Big Show will instantly put you to sleep. But that's
Yeah,
not.
but this time it was the Big Show's turn to get put to sleep.
But that's not the story, because Big Show and Ryback followed the Buzzards. More specifically, Big Show. As Applejack's weird cousins, known as the Wyatt family, entered themselves in the Royal Rumble and then proceeded to beat Big Show to a pulp.
And Ryback.
And Ryback as well, who's also in the Rumble match. I'm sorry, but I'm putting my money on it right now. Bray Wyatt's going to be in the final 4 for this championship.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you can tell from right away who's going to be the final 4.
Unless of course a certain goat decides to get out of concussion protocol somehow.
Yeah, the WWE wants to stop playing so nice with him, even though all of his doctors, except for the WWE doctor, have said that he's clear to wrestle.
And that is fact, boy. That is fact, boys.
That is a fact. Yeah, that is a fact,
Look it up.
ladies and gentlemen. Go look it up.
No.
I mean, I can't totally blame them either. I can understand it wanted to be a safety precaution and giving him a little more time off.
No, of course, I
hate
don't
them
blame
for
him. I don't blame him as much as you do. They have to maintain the safety and integrity of their talent above all else.
No. Charlotte and Becky Lynch had a match in which Becky Lynch won, but not before Charlotte fully evolved into her father, going complete heel and being a total douchebag. And that's your Diva Report. So you can get off the toilet right now.
Well, you're probably watching
Unless
this
it's
on a
Sasha
smartphone
Banks.
device.
Unless Sasha Banks is in the ring, then do not adjust your set.
You see,
Yes,
folks, you're
but
probably watching this from a smartphone device, which means that if you are indeed dropping what is colloquially called a deuce, you may remain on the toilet. Just don't drop it in there, because I did that last week, and my phone is fine, and there was nothing in the toilet besides just water, but it happened. Back to you, Lionel.
but you see,
Water,
why?
and that's water. Water, ladies and gentlemen, not water. Water. It's something that Tyler invented
I'm
with
from
his crazy mind.
Philadelphia.
He invented
I'm from
water.
fucking Philadelphia. That's what fucking happens. Back to you, Lionel.
But Y2J wasn't the only person to return to TV. Heath Slater did. And he brought friends, more specifically, Tim Tebow's retarded brother, Bo Dallas. Adam Rose, which
I feel so wrong
Adam,
for
the
laughing.
fucking ripoff
God
gimmick.
damn it, Lionel.
Adam Rose with his fucking hacker gimmick. I mean, ripoff. I mean, hacker. I mean, that got awkward.
and Curtis Axel, which, wow, Curtis Axel is alive? You mean they found him off of the milk carton?
The
Just
milk
the Home Alone face, ladies and gentlemen. The Home Alone face.
They found him in the well? You mean Lassie saved Curtis Axel?
No, me and Tyler found him in a dumpster, and we directed him towards the WWE Center.
And
Apparently, he was passed out because of alcohol, cocaine, and some unidentified substance.
It was actually nicotine, Valium, Vicodin, marijuana, ecstasy, and alcohol. And some
Thank you, Tyler. Thank you.
and your
Thank you. I couldn't
obligatory
identify it. It was
your
too many. It was
obligatory
too much shit.
your obligatory Queens of the Stone Age reference for this week.
Gotcha, boys.
You learned something, kids.
They formed a group known as the Social Outcasts, or as I like to call them, the jobbers looking not to be jobbers, so they're on work release, aka the Prison Work Release Club. These guys will form a foursome unlike anything the lunch cat.
Not that kind of foursome.
This foursome will form a group like nothing that the school cafeteria has ever seen before.
Not even a
We're gonna take
gravitron
over
made
the school, guys.
Not even a gravitron made from a salad spinner.
It's just adorable watching these guys. They're like the toddlers of the fucking classroom at recess with the pots and pans and the fucking janitor equipment, going around thinking that they're knights slaying a dragon or some shit. It's just adorable.
Yes.
No, the most adorable thing I've ever seen is a bowl with Dora the Explorer printed in it. Now that is adorable.
You did it!
Which is funny because the WWE has a bowl. Just funny because the WWE has a bowl.
Pun.
But you know, that's what happened this week. What happened the last 2 weeks was the Slammy Awards, or aka the WWE kissing its own ass awards.
You know.
With
Mwah, mwah.
Neville won Breakout Star of the Year. What he got was an injury and an ass kicking for it.
Which is wrong. It should have been Kevin Owens.
Exactly.
But then again, it only proves that the fans know about as much as a box of beans.
Tag Team of the Year went to the Usos again.
Even though they haven't been active for about half of the year.
Seth Rollins won a couple awards, thank God.
Well, he deserved it. I can say that he honestly deserved it. The Usos, no. Should have went to the New Day, as much as I hate to say it, and as much as Lionel hates to say it.
Yeah,
it should have gone to the New Day.
Those ruffians and the scourges to our... They must be destroyed.
Don't worry. We are planning. We shall destroy them all.
But and Brock Lesnar won an award, which prompted Paul Heyman to
Just his
be the
pants.
voice of God again.
Yeah, well, winning an award is obligatory here, considering by Paul Heyman that Brock Lesnar does not accept awards. Brock Lesnar only knows how to destroy.
Meanwhile, on NXT, they had a year in review, so nothing really of note. They do have NXT awards. Why they weren't included in the actual Slammies, I don't understand.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Give the NXTers some love here.
And this week will mark the first week of SmackDown being on USA, and thus USA's ratings on Thursday nights will definitely triple. So they can make more episodes of Mr. Robot and show crappy reruns of Martin Family for your entertainment. But that's neither
I actually like
here
Modern
nor
Family. I
there.
think it's funny.
So,
Have you had your brain scanned recently?
so,
I think so. Wait. Oh yeah, I
er,
remember.
er, last topic of the show. Early picks for the new WWE
Actually, I do have
Champion.
something that I want to bring up at the end of it, and I'm sure you know exactly what it is.
Yes. Uh, Obligatory. What's your pick for the new WWE Champion, if there is one, for the Rumble?
Daniel Dry. Yep, I got his name 100% right there, guys. GG.
Daniel Bryan.
Yes, that's what I meant to say, but I don't know how to fucking speak because I was just born yesterday.
It's okay. It's okay.
And David?
Who's my pick? Either Daniel Bryan. I actually want Roman Reigns to actually go through all these guys and win.
Well, we're saying that if that doesn't happen, who would you want?
If that doesn't happen, Daniel Bryan, definitely.
Second choice for me would
Best-
also have to be Bray
He's the
Wyatt, I
best
think.
possible choice if that doesn't happen.
For me, I got two options. If it's a new guy, Bray Wyatt. But
Or him.
seeing that I love the internet being tortured as they set themselves ablaze in anger,
Yep, I know what's coming.
I want it to be number 16. Just to make the internet super duper
John
angry.
Cena!
I should start bringing my trumpet out every time his name is mentioned.
Because nothing would make me prouder to
Yeah, you
see
should do that from now on.
John Cena win his second Royal Rumble, but also win the 16th World Championship when nobody was expecting him to do it. I would enjoy the internet's sad tears. But before we go, Tyler, the floor is yours.
All right. This Sunday, I woke up and went to get into my friend's car and discovered that my guitars had been stolen. And
2 of them, ladies and gentlemen. He has 2 of them.
well, let me elaborate a little bit on the situation. And this is the most I've really explained it in a public forum now. And I do understand that I'm going to get a little backlash. I'm going to get people for calling me dumb for doing it, but I'd been leaving the guitars in there overnight between rehearsals because it's a pain in the ass hauling guitars in hard cases up and down, stairs and through doors. I'm sure many of my musician friends would agree.
Hold on a second. Why wasn't the car locked?
Please just let me tell the goddamn story.
Alright. Now, go on.
Go
Well,
on.
normally we only have 3 people in the car. We had 5 people this evening, and it wasn't anybody that was staying with us. I can guarantee you that. First of all, as desperate as a musician could ever get, and even if they were stealing, I think musicians, especially on our level, would never steal instruments from each other, because as a musician, you bond with your instrument. Secondly, I know these people, and they wouldn't fucking do it anyway. So, with that all being said, how we usually load the trunk is we put all our bags in, and then we put the guitars in, because there's always enough room for the guitars after the bags. So that means that for them to get their bags out and into the apartment, we had to take the guitars out. Well, they got put back in the trunk, no problem, but whoever was the last person in the trunk didn't know that if you don't shut the trunk all the way, it opens back up a little bit. So whoever is the culprit here pried the trunk the rest of the way open, took the guitars, and God knows where they are now. No luck with any pawn shops, nothing on Craigslist, no music stores, nothing. Haven't found them. So I reacted as quickly as I could. First of all, let me say that in my life, I've been through some shit. I've been depressed and I've been suicidal, but I have never, ever felt as horrible as I felt Sunday morning. I didn't feel suicidal. I felt like I had been killed then and there, and that I was just a husk on earth. Because music is my life and my soul. So after I regained enough sense to know what I was actually doing, I started what is going to be linked in the description. I started a GoFundMe campaign to try and earn enough to buy new guitars, to buy replacement guitars. And as of this moment, 11:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on January 4th, 2016, I have raised, I believe it is $453 out of the $500 goal that I've set. And so I'm not ever going to just say straight up, hey, give me your money. All I ask of you is that you share this. I don't care what you say before or after the link. Just get it out there. Spread it like a wildfire, because this was easily the worst weekend of my life. And while I'm not letting it keep me down, I'm not letting it hold me down and making me quit everything. I'd be lying if I said I don't need help, because I don't have the funds